Good morning, guys. So today is beginning of a new week, Sunday. So let's just hop into our weekly forecast. So for the first thing, first as always, we want to check um our weekly calendar for this new week. The news, like what news we're having this week. Okay, so we do have news like throughout from Monday to Friday. Yep. So we have um orange folder news on Monday. On Tuesday, on Wednesday we have red folder news and orange folder news. On Thursday we have orange folder news. And then on Friday we do have red folder and orange folder news. We still even have the news on Saturday. So this week you might see a lot of like volatility move because of like the news we do have. So on Friday we are going to be trading on Friday with caution because of like we have like Fed chairman speaking, so that's something to watch out for. But yeah, we do have news, so we are going to be seeing like volatility in the market this week. So without being established, you can just hop onto the chart and look at what we do have for the week. Yep. So let's start from BTC. Yep. So as of like my previous weekly forecast goods, I've seen that I was looking to looking to sell rather from this monthly level. Like I wanted to see price come into it and then reject, but last week we had like strong move, like we just saw like that strong disrespect. I was so shocked. But now, so we are no longer bearish, but now we are bullish. So we are disrespecting, we are failing to offer fair value at this fair value gap. So the next thing that price will likely to do is to seek liquidity at this swing high. So this is like my joint liquidity. So this is where price is actually moving to currently. So yeah. So now the next thing we have to look for is our narrative. So we don't have any of that on the weekly, and you can see that we don't have any like let's say something that price would sell off from or react from. We're not disrespecting points of resistance. So this is like the only place I see that price is going to. So you can clearly see that disrespect on the weekly time frame on that monthly fair value gap. So we are still looking for our narrative. So now looking at the daily time frame, you can see that we have bullish order flow, clear bullish order flow, and we created this fair value gap yesterday, and we have traded back into it. And so I'm just looking for entry at this point now to buy to the upside. So this is like what I actually just have as my narrative. So this is where I'm trading from. So I'm just looking for confirmation on the 1 hour time frame to enter the buys. Yeah, so we can then take trades to the upside. So that is that for BTC. So let's look at gold. So now you can clearly see that on gold we are disrespecting this monthly fair value gap. So you can see that we are bullish. So we did not trade into, there was a weekly fair value gap that we did not trade into, and we just kept going up. But if you see on silver, silver did come into this fair value gap that we had on silver. So I think we have SMT showing that gold is actually now stronger than silver. So we just had an expansion candle. So maybe next week we might either expand higher again, or we just create like a true fair value gap. Then maybe at the beginning of next month we trade into it and then keep going up. It's fine. So the expansion candle that the if we are going to be expanding higher like this next week, and if we are going to be expanding higher, I'm going to see that roadmap on the daily time frame. That means on the daily time frame, I need to see like clear fair value gaps like being created and respected. So on Monday we might likely have like a fair value gap being created here. I don't want it to be a rejection fair value gap. I want it to just be like the third candle being that is going to be printed on Monday to be something as small as this. So then I will then maybe have a trade on Tuesday. So it's just something for me to watch as well. I'm either waiting for a clean daily fair value gap to form after tomorrow's candle, or if we don't see that, then I wait for that weekly candle to close, or I rather wait for like let me say if we create that fair value gap, we trade into it, then we create another one, then I'm then plenty going to be interested in taking the second one that was created from the one that is going to be formed on Monday. So yeah, so this is like what I want to see. So it's as simple as that. So just waiting for price to just create our level. So the next place that price is likely to draw to on 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 gold is actually like this swing high. So this is like a next draw on liquidity. You can see that this swing high was traded into and it was disrespected. So I'm not looking to like for price to start coming down, no. So we have like our next draw liquidity, which is that swing high at that point, I think so. Or okay, we do have like an unmitigated fair value gap around this zone here. So this is like a place that price can head to. It's not like we want to sell from there, it's just like draw liquidity. So like we can have this as like our next draw liquidity. So if price do get to here to this point, we might see like some like reaction. Doesn't mean that we must start selling, no, we just see some reaction. That reaction is just like a pullback before price keeps going up. So if price then disrespects this level, we continue our buys towards our swing high. So yeah, it's as simple as that. So first draw liquidity before we get to the swing high. So let me just mark those out. So yep. Yeah, so as simple as that. So let's look at silver. Okay, so look at silver. Silver is actually just weaker than gold. We are still in this, like we are yet to disrespect this monthly level like we had on gold. So the only time I will start buying silver is when we have actually like traded out of this zone. Maybe price is not currently above that monthly level, then can then start taking maybe buys on silver. But for now, I'm not interested in taking any buys on silver because gold is actually stronger than it. Yep, so that is that for like my swing pairs. Let's go to volatility 10-1x. Let's see what might happen. So let's look at the weekly time frame. So currently on the weekly time frame, we have this candle that is currently printing. This candle, we are currently like disrespecting previous candles high. So if we are painting next week's candle should expand to the upside. So I am bullish because this place is like our closest draw liquidity. Yeah. So I am bullish on volatility then from the weekly time frame. Then if we go down to the daily time frame, you can see that we do have like I was like we still have this unmitigated fair value daily fair value gap. So we can use this point as like analysis. So price should manipulate into it and then distribute higher from it. So that is just like where I am willing to buy price from currently because I was expecting something yesterday. So look at what I was expecting. We created this for February cup. As I said in my like one of my videos, like I'm not willing to take buys from this for our February cup because it's not valid. It's not like it's not valid. It's not high probability because we still had this unmitigated level here. So what I wanted to see price maybe respect it, then go up and then create another 4 hour favorite gap, which then I cannot take that bias. But we did not create that new 4 hour favorite gap. So meaning that this daily level is still valid. It's still valid to take buys from. So I'm waiting for price to come to this level, then I can then buy from that level. Yeah, so that is like the idea I do have. So yeah, so I'm just waiting for price to come into it. So this like level is my narrative and we do have liquidity below it. So yeah, so yeah, just for us to just wait for price to retrace back into it, then we can start buying from that level. So guys, that is just like what I'm expecting on my pairs. Currently now I'm just looking at BTC to give me clear confirmation if the 1 hour fair value gap that forms is not something I'm so confident about. I would just rather wait for more confirmation. Yeah. Besides we have like an expansion candle on the weekly. So how am I sure that the next two candles is going to be another expansion candle? Sorry, it's going to be another expansion candle rather than just like one consolidation candle that price will then use in per week to come and buy from. So these are things I have to consider. So I'm just going to be waiting for like clear fair value gap confirmation to then take buys on the 1 hour time frame. I definitely want to see this 1 hour candle printing out to not really be a rejection candle. So yeah, because if you do, we might think so deep into this range. I don't want that. But yeah, let's just keep cutting. So that is just it for our weekly forecast, guys. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. So yeah.